Hello everybody and welcome back to Melbury Estate. So we're going to try something a little bit different today. I'm usually doing the sugar beet, but I've done quite a lot of sugar beet recently, so I'd like to move on to something else just temporarily. We will go back to it though, because you've all told me now how to use the conveyor belt properly, so I definitely want to try that out again. But certainly for today at least, we're going to be doing some verge mowing hopefully. And this was highly requested, and I've done a bit of research on all the mod sites and I could only really find one. And it was one which was released on 24th of November, but it was already released in April. So I don't know if it's like an updated version or something, but if we go into the mods folder, we should be able to see Ferry, and it's these two. This is obviously the back mower, and then I'm not sure exactly what this thing is here, but we're going to buy them both and give them a go. So it's going to be, again, a bit more of a mod spotlight. I don't know if that actually bought. It could not be purchased. I'm not sure what that is. But yes, we are in the T7 again today, due to popular demand. And it's also one of the only tractors we have available, so might as well use it. But what we'll do is we'll drive up to the store again. We tend to drive up to the store on every episode. Obviously I won't record the whole journey. Mine's the cockerel. I remember always having to avoid that cockerel in Cobra Park Farm called Harold. Harold the cockerel had to be avoided every episode. But all these roads here, looks like they've got a good verge on them, so we should be able to cut these. The thistles, I don't think you can cut, but there is still a lot of grass in there as well. So although it's not going to do a perfect job, it should still be fun. And I do want to give this mod a try because I've never used it before. It's supposed to all articulate and animate all really realistically, so looking forward to it. We should really get something done with that field as well. That was a long time ago when we did that silaging. But I suppose at one point the server, ModPassion server, may transfer over to Melbury Estate. Just depends what the next map is in the vote. We're not doing it yet though. We're sticking with Cheltenham at the moment for the foreseeable future. So it should have already bought. Yes, it has. I don't know what the other thing is. It just wouldn't let me buy it for some reason. So it makes you think it's a glitch. I don't know. But if you're wanting to download this mod, the download link is below. And also, I can't read German, I think that is, unfortunately. So I don't know exactly what that says. But we'll just give it a go anyway. Hopefully the controls are in English. But we'll keep it folded up for now, and we'll head down to a roadside. Find somewhere with a good verge, which needs to be cut. Definitely have to have the beacons on for this job. We will go on a main road though, just to annoy the traffic a bit. A bit more exciting than just do it on a back road with no traffic. And actually the verges on here aren't even that wide. But it looks really well made, and it says in the description that it also works with trees. So I'm guessing you can prune a tree with it. It's a shame the hedges in Farming Simulator aren't, you know, like you can't cut them, you can't shape them or anything. It's a real shame that, but maybe in the future. If they actually made a hedge cutter standard with the next Farming Simulator, that would be so amazing. I would love that. Okay then, so here we are. We're next to the main road. I have actually just found a problem with doing this. As the traffic aren't that intelligent, we have to be on the opposite side of the road, as that side the head is on. And they're not intelligent enough to overtake us, which means they're just going to sit in front of us and we have to be driving forwards, obviously, to be cutting. So this does bring a problem, so I might have to do it on a back road after all. But the interesting thing is you can actually use the joystick on the static steering wheel to actually control this thing. So you can see here I'm I'm doing this, and then if you hold the button in, you can also move the head. So that is quite a good idea. It's a fully adjustable head, which you might even be able to turn, maybe not, just tilts. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna start, but I can see a major issue here. Right, so I've just established that the grass on the side of the road in this map doesn't seem to want to cut. It must be that the type with thistles in, you can see here, non-cuttable. This grass here in front is the stuff you can cut. So I'm hoping that if we now do it in the field, it'll actually work, hopefully. So we're going to try again. Still just getting used to the controls here. Yes, that is working. It's leaving the thistles because it's a different serial type when you're in Giant Editor. But yeah, that is working. Look at that. It doesn't work on the roadsides though, but it will do in other maps, and definitely the original map. It's actually working at trees. That is fantastic. We don't actually need the hazards on now. I will just knock the speed down though. That's more like it. But yeah, this is the only hedge cutter which I could find, which is a real shame because they are actually really good. It's something very different to what we normally do. This is of course the best time to be doing this because we've got no crops in the field. It even looks to be cutting the stubble a bit there, possibly. Now in real life, some farmers are in the wildlife scheme, which means they have to leave a certain amount, untouched of wild grasses for wildlife. Obviously that doesn't really matter in this map, because we're just doing a tryout of the mod. It's just I know someone's going to bring that up. And I think that is just the thistles again. Just lift it up a bit. It's actually so powerful, this thing. You can pick up the tractor with it. You've got to be very careful. Take that wheel off the ground. It is a shame you can't cut the thistles down, but it does work. So yeah, coming back to the conveyor belt mod which we were using before, it seems that a lot of you have said that there's another hitch on the other side of where we were towing it from, which would make sense because that was the whole problem which I had. I couldn't physically get the conveyor belt mod, or the conveyor belt, to actually go into the pile. It was always just trying to go over it, which was an issue. But yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Looking neater anyway. Looking much neater. It's actually a really good mod, this. I love it because really there's just so few of them. and this one's been properly done. There has been a few in the past which haven't been so good, but I don't think for Farming Simulator 15. It was for the early ones. Ah, there's a gate here. Be very careful. I don't think we'll go any further in. I think that is probably enough to take off. It's only really for when we're harvesting. Oh, I wonder if we can cut down that. No. But yeah, just the verge, the side of the field here, definitely improves it. Now you can also use a flail mower to do this, as you'll probably know, but this does the job just as well. And that is us done. So let's lift it up. Ah, it is animated. We'll just tilt it up like that. Look at that. Fantastic. You can see the individual flails in there. And it's got the roller on the back. I really like that. That is so good. Brilliant mod. So what we'll do is we'll just fold it up quickly and we'll take it over to some trees and see how well it handles with the trees. I think that's flat packs. Good, so let's go. The trees probably back where we came from, near the store. That is probably the best place to go to. I'm not trying to cut a tree down with it, because that would be stupid. Just trying to prune a tree a bit. There's a tree here. Not much foliage though. Well, I can't see any trees which you can actually cut because they have to be the original ones which you can cut with a chainsaw. So we're going to head down to the forest. Now obviously you wouldn't just go into the forest with a hedge cutter and start pruning all the trees, but that is what we're going to do just for the sake of testing this mod. I think all the trees that you see are just these model trees. You can't actually cut them down. But those ones ahead you can. I haven't been down here since the first episode because we haven't done forestry yet. Another issue which I see is that the trees are really tall. It's not going too well. I might have to just buy a tree, a lower one. Can you spot the tree we bought? One maple tree in all the pine trees. Right then. It says that it will cut it. It does. It does cut it. Now that is fairly ridiculous, cutting a tree like that with one of these, but it's just to show you that you can do it. So like in Woodside Farm on that map, where you got all those trees overhanging on the road, get this mod and it'll clear them all out for you. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this mod spotlight, taking a look at this very good hedge cutter. As for glitches, not really found anything too serious. There's only been one thing, and when I was doing the trees just back then, I put the head right through the actual trunk of the tree, like through here, and it crashed the game. The screen went blank and a load of numbers came up. So that is the only thing which has been obvious, which is wrong with it. I don't think there's anything else wrong with it. It all seems to work fine, and the fact that it works with the joystick is also fantastic. It makes using the all the hydraulics much easier, and I think actually the T7 is a very good tractor for it as well. Very good size for it. So that is the Ferry TPE Evo hedge cutter and grass cutter, good for verges. And what we're going to do now, just very quickly, is just go over to our John Deere, which is here, and we're going to try and put the conveyor belt on the other side. So let's just start it up. Oh, look at that. How did I not notice that? Look at it. It appears and flaps about, and I just totally ignored it. Unbelievable. Well, that is going to make it so much easier for doing these heaps. How did I miss that? That is incredible. I just don't know how that is possible. But yeah, thank you everyone. Don't know how I missed that at all, but I did. So at least now I'll be able to do these heaps properly. We'll be doing that in the next episode on Melbury Estate. And that is actually it for today, so hopefully you like the mod. Thank you very much to the author of the mod as well. The download link is below. Please do give it a download and give it a go. And until next time, thanks for watching, and bye for now.